I'm a
The
play this one
highly
first,
anticipated
bro. It's 15
annual
minutes,
gameplay
y'all.
breakdown video. We're going to be going over everything gameplay related inside this video when it comes to NBA 2K26. We'll be talking about the no RNG pure green window shooting from both 3-point and mid-range. We're going to be talking about the new custom layups and how consistent we think those are going to be. The new dunk meter. We're able to see the green window again, but is it any good?
Oh my God, bro. Did y'all just see that clip? Oh my Lord.
The new dunk meter. We're able to see the green window again.
Oh my God, bro.
But is it any good?
And the animation of him leaning over him, trying to get up off of him. Oh my God.
We're going to be talking about dribbling. Can tall build speed boost again? Of course, we've got a
Oh my Lord, bro.
Again, but is it any good? We're going to be talking about dribbling. Can tall build speed
KD,
boost again?
bro.
Of course, we've got to cover
The
on-ball
speed.
defense for all you locks out there. Paint defense, rebounding. We got everything you need when it comes to 2K26 gameplay. I'm also going to be posting some unedited, raw, full game online user versus user gameplay here shortly, so stay on the lookout for that. I'll take a second, drop a like on the video for me. Let's try to get this video to 20,000 likes. And let's get into this NBA 2K26 gameplay breakdown. All right, first things first, all the play now clips
This look nice, bro. The quality of this look nice.
in this video are on Hall of Fame difficulty. We're going to start off with some dribbling in the Learn 2K core. I don't know what the difficulty was on in there because whites were going in, but the play now clips are all on Hall of Fame. All right, let's start this off with dribbling. A lot of questions to be answered here, a lot of clips here for you to enjoy. Let's talk.
Bro, this is KD dribbling like this, bro. Oh my God.
First thing to remember, these are NBA players. They do not have optimized SIGs. You cannot change their SIGs. They have whatever they have. Durant has Durant SIGs. De'Aaron Fox has De'Aaron Fox SIGs, etc. But the gameplay you're going to see tomorrow, I can't really speak on it, but it's with the My Players, and in the test builder, you could change your SIGs.
Oh my God, the momentum is back, bro. Oh my God, bro.
Difference from how the NBA players move to how you can move when you're able to change your SIGs. But this will give you at least a general idea of how it looks and, you know, how people are bursting. And obviously I know a lot of people from my channel are going to be like, bro, like, are the big builds bursting again? And yes, you can speed boost on big builds. It's a night and day difference between 2K25 and 2K26.
Oh my God, bro.
And people might say, oh, what about the small guards? And yes, the small guards can fly. They can really chain stuff together. People are definitely going to find some glitchy stuff. You see, you could spam behind the backs. You can spam escapes.
Oh my
There's some really good launchy behind the backs now, and you can start to combo those with like explosive behind the backs and momentum behind the backs.
Look how big this green window is, bro.
Changing directions on a dime. You guys are starting to see some of the momentum crossovers. Now, I do want to mention, there's only so many hours in the day at Community Day that you can't really like fully focus on everything. And my boy Young Dirk was really focused on dribbling, so he sent me all these clips in the Learn 2K. So I'm gonna leave the link to his dribble tutorial down below if you want to see more about dribbling after you finish this video. But shout out to Young Dirk for hooking me up with the clips. I did get some dribble clips, but like, I wasn't gonna spend a few hours on it when I knew other people were doing it.
Not listen, for the Sim Nation, bro, for the people that have a lot going on, bro, listen, with the they mad about dribbling, listen, bro. It's not gonna be no spam dribbling, bro. We're not spam dribbling. You feel me? We're not doing that. I'm not advocating for people to spam dribble. Like I told y'all, like what I just showed y'all, bro. I was never a spam dribbler. I was a real dribbler. I dribbled to score the ball. That was it, bro. I'm not dribbling out no shot clock, bro. I'm passing the ball out, bro. So
focus on other areas.
Don't be doing all that extra stuff, bro.
Information as possible. But what's really nice to see is all these different NBA players have different dribble styles.
It's gonna be fun,
Curry has his, Fox has his, Kevin Durant has his, Jimmy Butler has his, etc. And they can all speed boost, and that's just like breath of fresh air. I feel like in past 2Ks it was like only one or two dribble styles could really burst cleanly. So it was like you were forced to use them. Now there's probably gonna end up being like a couple that are better than all the other ones. But y'all get what I'm saying? Like before it was like no matter what, if you weren't using Darius Garland last year, you had to
look at the dreads though, bro. I don't even didn't nobody even say anything the way the dreads, how fluid like the dreads are moving, bro.
Like a couple that are better than all the other ones. But y'all get what I'm saying? Look, like before it was like no matter what, if you weren't using Darius Garland last year, you had a hitch run out or just you had a no burst run out of dribble moves. It looks like there's a multiple dribble styles now that can burst. And again, this isn't even with optimal SIGs to go with the dribble style. This is just what the NBA players have on. So just wait till tomorrow when y'all can see how the my players are moving. Now, I'm definitely interested in your thoughts on the dribbling from what you've seen here. So get your comments in down below, and let's start the discussion. That is the Scottie Pippen behind the back that Mike was talking about. You know, they added some more explosive kind of behind the back.
You see how fast
that is
that
the Scottie Pippen
back?
behind the back that Mike was talking about. You know, they added some more explosive kind of behind the back dribble moves into the game.
Oh my
that Scottie
Lord,
definitely
that
launches
Scottie,
you.
bro. I'm telling you, bro. That Scottie Pippen behind the back is goated, bro. They ain't had that in the game for a while, bro. I'm so happy Mike Wayne added that back,
Forward,
bro.
there's also, I think,
that used to be in 17, 16. Like, oh my
white
God.
one felt pretty good. I was experimenting with it. Now, I know a lot of you guys probably want my opinion on dribbling, so here it is. I spent a fraction of the time dribbling as other creators, like Dirk and Koza and other creators. They spent majority of the day dribbling. I spent probably 20, 30 minutes, tried it out, and then went to go get other information. But here's what I felt. It felt much more explosive than last year.
Yes.
It felt much more dynamic, and like you had more burst, you had more pop with the ball in your hands. It felt like you could chain things together much more quickly.
And see, if y'all pay attention, bro, those instant switch moves, or you canceling out of a move, that's what you have to pay attention to. The speed of you canceling out of one move into another move, or canceling out a move and taking off, bro. Those bursts and quick stop. Oh my God, bro.
And most importantly for me personally, it just
look
felt
how glitchy
more fun.
that is.
Now,
bro.
I understand the bar from 2K25 was set extremely low, so to say it was better or more fun than that is like, well, you know, you're not really saying much, which I get, but it's just how I felt. Like dribbling there, I was like,
honestly, bro, I think they did a good job, bro, with blending the actual how 2K dribbling used to be and the shooting used to be with the newer 2K of how they, I guess, you know, pro play type of stuff. So it's like a smooth in the middle gray area of like how they did it, bro.
Man, like, this feels a lot more enjoyable than what I was doing the last 12 months on 2K25. So we'll see how the game feels at the official launch date. Because remember last year, people at Community Day found certain ways to speed boost dribbling wise, and then it was removed by the time the actual game came out. So hopefully that's not the case this year. Hopefully all this stuff people are finding in ways to burst and be dynamic and be explosive off the dribble. Hopefully all that stuff.
I just hope they leave the game alone. Like, everything that these people at Community Day figured out and found out about the game, bro, they're hyping y'all game up, bro. And I'm telling you, bro, y'all gotta leave the game alone. Let it be what it is. Let people play the game for a few weeks, and when y'all find real exploits, patch them. But everything that's going on with these clips and stuff, bro, leave it alone, bro.
And then we could really dive into it as a community and find some crazy stuff. But that's enough about dribbling. Let's move on to some other gameplay aspects.
So,
all right, let's talk about
dribbling is a W, y'all. So
shooting and shot contest. Got a bunch of clips here. Some are going to be open, some contested, some green, some miss. Want y'all to just take a look at it, and I'm gonna just let it play, and you guys can kind of start to assess, you know, how the shooting looks, how the contest.
KD looked like my stretch I had on 19, bro.
System looks, and get your thoughts down below in the comments. I will say a few things. I know people are going to ask about RNG and the pure green window and how did it feel and blah, blah, blah. Obviously, it's just a few, you know, hours that I was playing the game because I also had to get, you know, my builder stuff done and all that. But the green window definitely felt more precise. Like when you got it right, it was green. But
and then at the same time, bro, we got to keep in mind also that a lot of this is my career gameplay. And my career gameplay has always been faster than the park gameplay. So keep that in mind as well. So, you know, the park gameplay always been a little slower than my career. So we keep that in mind. But hopefully it's not too slower than the actual my career gameplay.
You got it wrong. It was earlier. It was late.
Because this is beautiful, bro.
Like if you were slightly off, it was doinking. So when I talked to Mike in that interview I did with him, he explained it, if he could compare it to anything, was like a more skill-based 2K24 shooting system.
He did have an interview with Mike Wayne.
Where he's coming from, just because of, you know, yes, you have the pure green window, but you got to be more precise than you were on 24. And that I did feel that. Now, obviously, it's just a few hours. We'll see how it plays out when the game actually drops. But another thing that was noticeable was player height really matters still on the shooting. You know, taller builds definitely shoot over people. and, you know, get contested less than the shorter builds.
Yes, sir.
And Kevin Durant was an absolute god because of that. I mean, KD was insane on this. All right, we're going to switch gears over to mid-range a little bit here. And I'll be honest with you, the mid-range felt really, really good. Tested it with KD, Shea. I think there's maybe like a Curry clip, a Luka clip. Like, definitely shot a few middies here and there, but was definitely using it a lot with Kevin Durant, just trying to just see how the contest system was registering.
Man,
I had
if y'all knew, man, make sure y'all hit that sub button, bro.
I was using KD, and we basically
bro.
tested mid-ranges for like good 10-15 minutes straight. They feel really, really good. I know they were good on 25. They feel really good on 26. And again, the height thing, I know I'm harping on it a lot, but like, you start to see how people are, you know, you saw in the dribbling in the beginning of this video, right? Like, people are able to move now on the bigger players, and that wasn't even my players. Like I said, that was NBA players, and you were still bursting and doing all that.
Restricted.
Then you combine it with the fact that you're really like shooting over people in terms of that advantage. You might actually see a back and forth this year of small guards and big guards both being viable again. I think overall for the game, that would be beautiful. A little bit more build diversity, a little bit more play style diversity. And what I will say about shot contests is they definitely felt stronger than 2K25. 2K25 to me felt like you were,
I ain't gonna lie, last year, bro, it's like shot contests didn't even exist, bro. People just shooting in people's face, greening in people's face. Bro, that was just wild, bro. I understand, you know what I'm saying? People shoot, like NBA players shooting people's face in real life, but not consistently, like,
kind of praying for a contest.
I'm glad that they fixed
90% of stuff just registered open. It didn't feel like that on this game. It definitely felt stronger, but not stronger to the point where ghost contests were happening like in past 2Ks.
Exactly.
If a dude had his hand
balance,
down,
bro,
especially against a guy like Durant who's so tall, but even other players that we tested like Shea and stuff, it would say open if their hand was down. So if they reached and you shot it, it said open.
That's good.
If they jump, but they were, you know, super late getting out to you, it would still say open. If you create enough space, like on that fade over Chet right there, it says open.
That's good.
But then if they, you know, if they're under you and they get a hand near your face or near where the ball was, or they jump in time to get there before you release the ball, they'd register some type of contest. Now let's talk about rhythm shooting, the new rhythm shooting system, right? Apparently, you only have to green the tempo. And that is confirmed because you're about to see a couple clips of it, and I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna be honest,
bro.
You know,
listen, bro. The people that don't use rhythm shooting, they be hating, bro. I got good at rhythm shooting. I had no choice, bro. So I'm glad that it's only 1 meter for rhythm shooting one time.
Green the timing. It makes it harder to green the tempo, but as long as you just green the tempo, it's still.
Let me clarify this. I shoot when I'm standing still. I shoot with the square button, but when I'm fading and hop stepping and hop shotting and hop shot fading and all that stuff, bro, I use the tempo shooting, bro.
Goes in, and I'll be honest. Without the meter, it's kind of like, man, he's making whites is kind of what I feel like, you know, even though I understand the system is different. But when you turn the meter on and see it visually,
hold on. Do I need to start shooting standing still shots with the analog, bro?
I'll be honest.
All right, now.
It hurts my soul. I'm like, bro, this dude is making a 3/4 bar shot, but I understand the logic is different now, but I think we're all like ingrained in the 2K25 rhythm shooting system. Let me know your comments down below.
Let's talk quick about
perimeter defense.
Because we got to combat against the cheaters, bro. Like, we have to combat against the people that's cheating. These people, I'm telling you, y'all think it was bad last year, bro. Them cheaters is finna be so bad this year, bro. Like, them Zen users, bro, they amplified the shooting. Y'all don't think that the Zen players finna go crazy? So I'm glad that they amped it up for us, for the people that don't cheat. You see what I'm saying? So we can actually green our timings. We ain't shooting the ball and like, oh man, I timed it the same as last time. Why I missed? No. If I timed it the same time as last time, let me green again.
It's bumps. You see right here, Lou Dort cuts off Kevin Durant coming up the court, and they get a physical body up cut off like bump animation.
See, he didn't, just like then, bro. He didn't actually stop, like, get into his face. You got to be in a person's face, bro. See, it's too much space, bro.
Animation.
He gave him too much space.
If a dribbler is moving and you cut them off, you will get a bump physical body up bump.
That's good.
But a big difference I noticed was on 2K25, if someone was standstill dribbling at the top of the key,
you could
just like press against them and interrupt that dribble sequence.
And
now, I'm not going to say it's
bull crap.
impossible to interrupt someone's standstill dribble sequence, because obviously I just tested it in the limited amount of time that I had, but it definitely felt night and day difference to 25. 25 felt like if someone's dribbling, on the perimeter, standstill, you could just basically run up to them, smash into them, and interrupt their whole dribble combo, and it would put their player in like a bump animation. Didn't feel like that on this game until they started moving. Once they started to try to burst past you left or right, or try to drive to the basket or whatever, then if you were running with them, then there would be some type of body up collision. But we'll have to see, how that plays out throughout the year. But it definitely was a noticeable difference.
That spin shot was
last quick thing
Lord.
for perimeter defense bumps off the little push cross here into the defender's leg, lose the ball. I know a lot of people are like anti push cross, anti De'Aaron Fox crossover. Well, position yourself.
I ain't gonna lie, I like that. Because he went back towards the defender, bro. Of course, he's supposed to lose the ball because you got to know how to dribble, bro. You can't just be flicking stuff on analog and think you finna, why I lose the ball? You bumped into an actual person, of course.
Correctly, you could be knocking that ball free without even having to reach.
You got to know how to dribble, bro.
You got custom layups and slow-mo Euros and all this new layup stuff they're adding. So let's talk about it. Layups definitely felt much improved from 2K25, but that's not saying much. Layups were pretty awful in 2K25. Yes. Size matters. You saw that one right there with Giannis. We're going to see some with Trey, Luka. Size matters in terms of getting
bro. Yes, size matters. Last year was garbage, bro, when it came to layup. Bro, you got people super small laying the ball up on 7'3" people, bro. That was bull crap. A person like me, I'm 5'10", bro. I'm not finna go up and lay the ball up on Shaq. Like, come on, bro. That's unrealistic,
tested. It felt like the bigger players definitely could go up with more 50-50 takes, and the green window would stay a bit bigger than the smaller players.
Exactly.
But overall, whether it was Trey, Luka, De'Aaron Fox, Giannis, whoever it was, being able to see the green window, I know it was an old feature. Like, we had it in 2K24, then they got rid of it. They brought it back. I'm not hyping it up like, whoa, like this is... But it's just nice to be able to see it, not only to help you know when to release the timing of the layup, but also so you know what's a good take and a bad take and help you understand what you can and can't go up with.
like that.
Now let's talk about driving dunks.
Ooh, that dunk
meter. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me about this, so let's talk about it. First thing I'll say, size matters again. It felt like the bigger players got more consistent green windows. Some concerning things was I still feel like there's some kinks that need to be worked out in terms of the dunk meter. I have a couple of specific clips coming up here in just a second, and I did bring it to their attention, and I'm sure other people did as well at Community Day. And as we know, we saw last year, they definitely make changes after Community Day. Last year they nerfed builds and took out certain dribble speed boost animations and stuff. But check out a couple of these animations. You're gonna see me beat the defender, or whoever I'm playing against gets past me, and we're just driving to the basket. Like right here, Ant Edwards slides through, has a clear path to the hoop. By the time he goes up with the dunk, and the dunk window stays small. So that's a little alarming to me. I feel like.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie though. You got to look at the size of the defender and the size of the actual person with the ball, bro.
By the time he goes up with the dunk, and the dunk window.
That's not no small defender, bro.
To the hoop. By the time he goes up with the dunk, and the dunk window stays small.
Now I understand the stance small. I do need to grow a little bit. True.
So that's a little alarming to me. I feel like there's, like I said, there's still some kinks to definitely work out.
He
like
did
this one right here.
Get past him. Like he didn't get like 100% past him, but he did kind of have a little ups on him. So I kind of agree with that.
Drive. Blew by the defender. Clean line at the hoop, but because
yeah, definitely right there. Definitely right
when
there.
I started the dunk, maybe the defender was still like pushed against me. I'm not really sure. Like I said, there's definitely some stuff to
he was definitely past him right there.
Still fix. But even with that being said, we're still getting some nice contact dunks at times. Sometimes the green windows were big, sometimes they were small, so definitely figuring out exactly how the logic works. But something I definitely like is when they take you out of the dunk meter, you turn it into a layup, and it's usually a pretty greenable layup. So I feel like that is a nice change. Instead of it just being like, I went up for a dunk meter, they took me out of the dunk meter, and now the play is cooked. It's like, nah, in real life, it's like, I wanted to dunk it, but now I got hit, so I'm gonna, adjust my body and be able to turn it into a layup type of thing. So we'll have to see how the dunk meter plays out. I'm not really sure if it's good or bad.
See, I ain't gonna lie. I don't like I feel like that green window should have been bigger right there. Like that green, see, look at it. It's no green window right there. He should have had a green one. Once he beat the first defender and the other defender was under the rim, he should have been able to dunk on him, bro.
Type of thing.
See, watch this.
So we'll have to see how the dunk meter plays out. I'm not really sure.
I understand it was a big man on the side, but he was on the side. He wasn't in front of him, bro. So
they're bad yet. I'll be honest.
Yeah, they definitely got to fix that.
I'm not sure.
Hopefully.
I need to see more, and I need to see what kind of changes
that was supposed to be a dunk, bro.
Let's move on to interior defense and standing dunks. There's definitely some crazy interior defense animations. Like, look at this one by Rudy. My God. I mean, to be fair, it's Rudy and Wemby. They have great interior defense stats, but you can definitely get some crazy stops. Now, wide open standing meter dunks. You see how big the green is. And then even like standing meter dunks against smaller defenders, like Wemby just, going up over smaller defenders. See the size of the green window. It kind of feels...
And they got the dunks explosive again. Like, they are strong and explosive. That's how it used to be from, it's 15 all the way up to like 22, bro.
It's like you could get crazy stops, but you could also get crazy...
Quick. Like, it ain't enough time for the defender to block your shot, bro. Like, because you're going up real strong and real quick. I love that, bro.
Dunks is kind of, I'm not really sure. Like, we'll have to see how it plays out. But they both definitely felt viable. Like, if you timed when you were going to jump to get the stop, it's like you'd get a crazy Annie. But you could also, if you went up with the standing dunk and they weren't entirely properly positioned, you would just boom it on them. Also, a little detail I noticed right here was as Joel was backing down Wemby, look at when Wemby jumped, his hand was behind, like Joel pinned him so deep in the dead zone that when he jumped, his hand hit the back of the backboard and it registered open. I feel like in past games, sometimes if you did that, it would still register a contest just because it was like, it thought you were supposed to be there, but you weren't actually there because you got stuck on the hoop. I don't know, just something like a small little detail I noticed. But you see the size of these standing dunk meters, you could definitely go crazy with the standing dunks, but then you also saw some of the paint stop animations I was getting. It's like you could definitely go crazy with the interior.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all, bro. I had some hard post scoring, bro. Like the past years, bro, I've always been good at post scoring, bro. Like I've always been good at post scoring, fading. Shit, damn near everything for real. For real. I mean, I was never a slasher though, like just running down court and dunking on people. I mean, I knew how to do it, but that wasn't like my forte.
Here's one from Wemby. I mean, I'm not really sure which one's going to be better, but they both definitely felt viable, at least for the little bit that I tested them. Last thing, rebounding. You can turn off the green feedback in the player HUD. I did notice that. I know some people have been asking that, but that's good. As you can see here, you don't have to green the rebound to get it.
Of course.
Mike has already talked about that, but just so people can be clear about that. And then here, I'm on Jokic.
People kind of started an uproar about that, bro. Oh, you got a green rebounds. I knew it when I already knew that they added it just for the new players to be able to see and get, you know what I'm saying, get used to timing their rebounds and knowing when to jump. Because people that's been playing 2K been knew how to time their jump shot. I mean, time
the rebound, and my teammate grabs it instead of me. So just because you green it doesn't mean you're automatically going to get it. But this is what the green feedback looks like. Figure we'll just touch on that real quick. But if you guys want to see raw, unedited footage of the first part game in NBA 2K26, click that video on the screen right there. You will get to see full gameplay. So
this one he just uploaded. Okay.
We're not going to waste any time. We're jumping straight into it. Y'all asked for raw, unedited NBA 2K26 gameplay, and I got exactly that here for y'all. I'm actually still
with the little female in the corner. Bruh, that is crazy.
I was just at community day for 12 hours in the builder and getting some gameplay for y'all, and as soon as I got back
that's a W though, bro. Like, I'm all for, you know what I'm saying, the having female. I don't know if they got it in the park. I feel like they should, because it'll add diversity to the game. Because, you know, we do have females playing 2K now, y'all. Like, it ain't how it used to be, bro. We got women playing the basketball game now. So it's like they be wanting to have women, you know what I'm saying? So
the hotel room, we're already editing.
Of course, like a lot of the women's, like my players and stuff, gonna be shorter. Maybe I don't know if they're gonna just make 7'4" women, because it is 7'4" women in the world. So I mean, who knows?
You know, getting on the mic to talk to y'all about it. So drop a like on the video for me. I really appreciate it. Let's try to get this video to 10,000 likes, and let's talk about it. All right. I'm in the white. I'm in the white jerseys. My team's white. Swag's in a black jersey. Swag is my pro-am teammate. I play park with him for the last, I don't even know, 5-6 years. You know, me and Swag go way back. So we decided to match up in the My Team triple threat. So it's 3-on-3. We pulled up some My Team cards. Luckily, I was lucky enough to pull LeBron James. So we got some LBJ gameplay here for you for my first time on 2K26. And listen, a few things to notice about this gameplay.
I feel like that was out of bounds, though, bro.
Listen,
hold on.
A few for you for my first time on 2K26.
Bruh. Is that not... Hold on. Is that not out of bounds? I don't know, Chad.
And listen.
I don't know.
A few things to notice about this gameplay. We were not able to customize our HUD. So we weren't able to turn off our shot meters. We were not able to change our shot feedback. We were not able to customize any of that stuff, okay? So that's going to kind of hinder the gameplay a little bit. And also, it's literally our first couple minutes playing NBA 2K26. So there's going to be some rough moments, but y'all wanted it unedited, and I understand why. Because y'all want to see the game speed. Y'all want to see how it flows. Y'all want to see this, that, and the third. So completely understand, all right? Now, I also want to mention, these are, you know, the My Team cards for these NBA. And
like I told y'all, this right here is considered online. This My Team is online, so they playing against another person on another system. So this right here is the actual speed of this. Is going to be the speed of the park. So keep that in mind.
WNBA players. So they have their own animations. And as y'all know, they're not optimized animations. Like when we make our My players, we find, you know, the best escape to go with the best crossover, to go with the best behind the back, with the best hezzy, and it all comes together and it's able to move.
I hate that move, bro. Hold on. Why they still got that in the game?
And it all comes together.
That move right there. Why they still got that in the game, bro?
With the best hezzy, and it all comes together.
I don't like that move, bro. Like I said, I've played as post scores and stuff like that, so that right there irritates me, bro.
It's able to move a lot more efficiently and quicker and just better than the NBA and WNBA players because you got optimized SIGs. So my point is, some of the bursts that you're going to see in these gameplays, it might look clunky sometimes, but you have to realize a lot of these players don't have great SIGs attached to their My Team cards and whatnot. Like when you'll see the gameplay tomorrow and you see the builder and people, you know, being able to test their builds, and when we tested the builds, we could customize the SIGs. You're going to see it's a night and day difference in terms of how people can kind of burst and speed boost and change directions and start to chain glitchy stuff together. And then of course when the full game drops and like the whole community's out there labbing, it really looks like we're gonna find some glitchy stuff because the bigger players,
make sure y'all hit that sub button, bro. Make sure y'all hit that follow button.
The big players on this game can definitely move.
Hit that post
move
notification.
a lot better than 2K25. That's
guess what, bro?
Step back.
We finna turn up this shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all already know how we're coming with Bron on
crazy.
2K26. All right, so make sure y'all tuned in tomorrow. My Bron build is dropping, and I'm excited for that one. But we're hot. We're up 11-2. Swag, I don't know what he's doing, but I'm trying to blitz the ball hand because I know Mike was talking about, you know, how they nerfed the plucks and blitz steals will be rewarded. So I'm really trying to blitz the ball hand and go for him. But I'm getting called for a foul here and there. You do see, though, I don't know if you can tell in this, in my gameplay breakdown video that I posted earlier, I kind of talked about this. When someone stands still dribbling, you can't just like push up against them and just knock. Swag's giving me too much space. Bron's knocking it down yet again. 14-2. It's an absolute flood. But what
bro, I don't know if y'all can like see the quality of this banner right here, but this banner right here is nice, bro. That's nice.
Talking about was when someone stands still dribbling, you can't just bump them out of like their combo. But as soon as they start moving and like